Hello, the game has started and my opponent has opened with profit. I have a fairly balanced rack, but I'm not sure if there's a bingo here. Not a 7 anyway. Now I do have the ing ending. Encoding looks okay. For 63. Okay, I draw a fairly balanced rack again, which is good. Another ing word. I thought I had agrarian for a moment, but it's 2 G's on the rack, not 2 N's. Opponent scores well with the Z. Arranging through an R and an N, that won't happen. Not seeing an 8 through the P or the R. I do have an N for going after ZE. Gang would be 24. What about rank? Can't seem to extend. Z does take an A, so what about gracing? That looks pretty good for 56. I don't think there's a bingo. Duplicates, which I'll have to work through. Hioi comes to mind, Hioi, as well as Ohio. Ohio plays underneath Jeep quite nicely for 36. Not a good pickup. Looks like I might be changing here. $12 points with a pretty poor rack leave. It's borderline change-worthy. This rack. Can I play across the top of the F and the T? That's no longer an option. JO can't be extended to the double word square. And I think 17, this just gives back pretty easy scoring spots. Maybe something through the G and the N. Gonia. No, that's not worth it either. So at this juncture, I think a change is the play to make. 23 vowels and 36 consonants, so there are fewer vowels than consonants. I think I'll keep AS. Not a good pickup at all. 2 U's and a Y. This seems like the play to make without even thinking much more about it. It sorts the rack out, scores well, and takes out a hot spot. Done deal. Poor pickup again. Struggling to get to bingo territory. U's and V's and Y's. Vutty is good. V-U-T-T-Y. No Y available. Vatu is fine as well. 17. That no longer available as an option. Can't seem to extend J-O down to the triple. Apart from Jotas. No, the rack leave is awful and the score mediocre. So I think I might change again here. I'll just have a look at the board position again. Gov is pretty poor. 3 T's. Surely that can't be with 2 to come. No, I can't justify doing that. Encoding probably does take an S. No, not seeing anything. Let's do it again. Exchange T, T, U and V. Still struggling with duplicates. It's becoming a little bit tiresome now. Litigates. Okay, opponent does bingo there, so now I'm on the back foot. I have the tail component of a word. Both blanks in that bingo there. What about joist? There are 3 S's to come. Neonatal doesn't take an S. Joist does address the duplicate issue. And it scores half decently. And with 1 point tiles, I don't think I'm going to score much more than 24 elsewhere. Yeah, I'm going with this. Okay, finally a balanced rack without duplicates. Idolater through an R. Datolite through a T, which does currently play but unlikely to remain available. Datolite. I don't know if that was, I think it's good, but okay, that's been taken out. delation through an N. There just aren't floaters that I can utilize on this board apart from the L and the T. The A's just don't seem to help. It's a shame data light doesn't fit there either. Top left, no use to me or to my opponent, pretty closed off. I do for 11, gives back easy scores for opponent, but I'm on the back foot and I have to create lanes, so I think I will go with this. Line cut. Line cut, okay. What does this make through a T? Unfortunately, that duplicates a tile on my rack, so it doesn't look hopeful. Line cut. Lucite. Now what about the O? I have the out prefix, outcline. I have the con prefix, con count. Elocution through an E and an O. Just looking at this E to see if there's something with two E's. A word ending in IC perhaps. Neurotic. Neo, I can't see it. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of the C and the U and move on. Kush. Not a good pickup. Such a vowel dry bag compared to consonants, and I pick up two vowels. Antliate. That is crippling. Antliate. Doesn't fit. Sometimes it just goes like that. The E doesn't look like it assists this rack. Oh, it does actually alienate. Now, does the C help? Alienate it is. Got to play it quickly. Fluke, alienated, and sod. Can't seem to extend SOD or SYD. Sido. No, that's a shame. That would have scored well. Opponent's obviously going to take that hot spot. I got to be quick with my plays here. Cushy is good. Rafey is good, but not Rayleigh Rady. Where does my what about? Oh, I can't get good plays down here either. I have Yod here. Fluky is good, but or fluked. Yods. Does Yod take an S? I don't think it does. Lods. Yods. Yod is a Jewish a Hebrew letter. I think it takes a H, but I don't think it does take an S as well. So that got me back in the game. I'm still trailing, mind you. I have lum here. No, I don't. I have lamb, Lam. May, but that's where the story ends. Oh, this is a good spot here. Opponent likely to take it. Mule. No bingo lands. What about emulate? Or EM something across onto the double. Emure. Oh, Vower takes an A. Emural. Emular. No. Emular? No, that looks wrong. Emulate. I might have to go with mule here. I'm running low on time, but I don't want to rush the end game. Mule for 23. That's 4 in the bag. That means opponent goes out first. What to do? I might just do MU here. Staller. Okay, opponent. I didn't think of the S hook for hymns. I think my goose is cooked. Yeah, he's won that one. I should have played my S. I didn't have the S. Anyway, I've got to play through this quickly. The game's lost, but I just want to go out first. Opponent will go out first anyway. I did not have the S. I thought I had an S, but I picked it up after I played MU, so opponent was always going to get that spot. Unless I played Mule. Yeah, anyway, let's have a look at what we missed there. So let's go back. Time pressure also came into it a bit there. I should have looked at the remaining tiles. Anyway, profit seems fine for opponent. Encoding for 63 was the only bingo. Non-profit, nice extension. But the bingo obviously best. Z for 44, opponent then takes the lead again. Garaging. Through the G. Who would have thought of a 3G bingo? Garaging. That was a miss. Luckily not a massive miss, 9 points, but a miss nonetheless. Jeep for 31. That was opponents. Ohio was best here for 36. Quena for 49. Burning the blank at 4A. Leaving the Q in the trip lane. Not ideal. I wouldn't have been able to do much with it, with this loaded Ross. Now 17 I did identify, but I just thought with the rack leave of AIOS, Val heavy, easy scoring spot for opponent. He's going to get double my score in most instances. It just didn't make sense to do it. Anyway, and as you can see, yeah, he would have had some X play there. Now, X for 44 was best, and that gave me AU for 31. Chi for 14, but equal for 71, burning the blank at 8K. Okay, getting the Q doubled. Nice. But he managed to leave a great rack after QI. Tough rack here. As you can see, no great scores on offer. And burning the blank, 11A. Let's have a look at this. No, it just doesn't make sense for an early 20s score and exposing the trip lane. I don't know, maybe it was worth doing, but this play certainly wasn't. Anyway, opponent has a great rack here, a million bingos on offer. He goes with neonatal, and then Joist for 24 was best. Key for 45, opponent had at 11E. Rake and par. Wow, that would have sorted the rack out and left a good score. He went with him now. No bingo here. I thought I might have missed one. So, adieu. I just thought, if I don't open a bingo lane now, let's just go back a step. Opponent's got a healthy lead. If he starts closing down to the left of neonatal, then the board is just totally dead, and all he has to do is play down even one square short. Well, him was still a possibility, but he could have really controlled the board if I didn't open another lane. That was my thinking. So fluke for 40, top score. Luck for 20, so no bingo here. Line cut didn't play anywhere. And cut line, I think, is also good. Luck for 20. It did kill these floaters, and it killed the useful E, not to mention the O. So I don't know about luck. I'm not a fan. I did get rid of the CU. Opponent then had Cobb for 30, Vibe for 36 at 3K. But then, leaving the trip lane open. Now, alienate or anti-leak. Now, anti-leak would have been the play here. Anti-leak. Not only was it an extra 18 points, but it was safer. Anti-leak. that might well have changed things. Although, having said that, we'll see. Wive for 35, 15G. Okay, closing down that hot spot under the F, sorting the rack out as well. He went with Iwi for 29, and that scored well. Now Yods for 61 drew me level, but Verve for 38, wow, that would have been game sealing, I'd say. Verve under the F. Opponent went with Vower for 31. Now this is Muller. Wow, Mulla 26. Muller brings me up to 380. I'm still 10 behind, leaving the U, the M below the triple, so that's pretty safe. Muller, interesting. So I'm 10 behind after Muller. Opponent then plays served. He wouldn't have had served, but what would he have had? Muller would have blocked his big score there, but it's a pretty good. I mean, he would have had Vest or Verts, Verts, and then a nice flexible rack leave. So I think he would have won anyway, even if I played Muller. He just had a lovely rack right at the end there. I did emulate. Oh, I could have extended, yeah, because I looked at emulate earlier, but then with the time pressure, I just thought. But I think at this stage it was dead and buried. So I went with all for 18 and then tot. Yeah, because opponent would have gone out with tot here anyway. Probably had a few spots. So that was the end of the game. Congrats to opponent there. I did anti-leak. I should have spotted. And I think Muller, not that it would have changed the outcome. I did have a few tricky racks there with duplicates and U's and V's, but all good practice for dealing with those racks when you're under time pressure. Down to 18 seconds, so yeah, got to keep an eye on that as well. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.